I can't speak for you and your portfolio, but I'm quite liking 2023 so far. Compared to this time last year, where the world was pretty much on fire, the markets have actually performed incredibly positively so far this year. The S&P 500 is up 8.5% year to date, the FTSE 100 up just under 6% year to date, and the VWRL, Vanguard's FTSE All-World ETF, is up 6% so far this year. While this doesn't completely eradicate the losses that we saw last year, which were in some cases fairly substantial, it does potentially show signs that the market is in a stage of recovery. Of course, it could just be a bear market rally, but we just won't know until we look back on this in a year or so's time. In addition to this market rally so far, I've been very fortunate to start a new job, which has meant that I've had the opportunity, combined with my side hustle and side business income through YouTube and affiliate marketing and so on, I've been able to invest a lot more than I would have otherwise been able to. And that's something that I'm going to really try to continue throughout the rest of this year and into the future. So that's going to be one of my key focuses this year. If you've checked out my target video, you'll know that investing £4,000 across all of my different accounts is one of my main goals for the year, which I'm well on target to achieving. But today, I really want to show you my Vanguard ISA. I've been checking in on it periodically over the last month, and it's just gone from strength to strength. Back in December, it was valued at £12,880. Last month, so in January, it was £14,129. And this month, we've reached another milestone. So let's hop straight in and check it out. Here we are then inside my Vanguard portfolio. The first thing you'll notice is that my portfolio has jumped another £1,200 over the last month, with a total value currently sat at £15,304 and 78 pence. This has been quite the resurgence over the last 3 months, which, as I've said, is partly due to the market's rally and partly due to the amount that I've managed to invest throughout that period of time. My current personal rate of return is back up to almost 40%, sat at 39.64%, with my largest investment, my largest holding, still within the S&P 500, with a value of over £7,500 and a total weighting of 49.38%, so pretty much bang on my 50% target. With only really 2 months now to continue investing in this year's ISA, I've still got an ISA allowance of £16,695, which means I can still invest that much into this account if I had the money, which of course I don't, but I am looking to invest another £1,500 between now and the time that the ISA year closes. If I hit that goal, it will mean that I've invested the most ever in 1 year into my ISA, and things really have started to snowball. My available cash is currently sat at £34.91, and that's following an investment that's only just gone through, buying 2 units of the Vanguard's FTSE Emerging Market Fund. We'll go through the same process as we always do in these videos, but remember, if you do enjoy content like this, please don't forget to leave a like down below and comment on the video to let me know how your portfolio is getting on. Oh, and if you haven't yet subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. But since investing in this portfolio, I've contributed a total of £13,050. And that's seen a return to me, including both dividends and capital gains, of £2,254 and 78 pence. And this is now the first time that my portfolio has ever returned to me over £2,000 in any of my update videos. So another little milestone there to tick off. And if we look at the graph, you can kind of see why that is now. We had this steady growth out the back of COVID throughout 2020 and 2021. Before 2022 hit, inflation, Russia invaded Ukraine, along with a number of other socio-economic factors, which meant that we did kind of trade sideways. Despite me investing capital every single month, we didn't really see much growth at all. And then we've got to this point over here. So throughout December, November, we've had a really positive climb back up the other side. And this is now where I'm really starting to reap the rewards for continuing to invest and staying consistent when the market wasn't really doing much. I managed to purchase a lot of units in a lot of different funds, which were essentially at a lower price than they would otherwise have been. And now the market has started to push forwards, I'm definitely reaping the rewards. The calculations tab breaks down exactly what's going on in my portfolio. In the last update, I had just received my dividends, but we'll look through it again. The total investments, my total invested capital gains at the moment is £1,472 and 1 penny, something like that. The investment sold is £341.41, and that is from the life strategy that I previously sold with a gross interest of £1.47. My total dividends now in kind of 3 3/4 years of investing in this portfolio is £473.52, and a total charge of £33.63. The month breakdown is where it gets really quite interesting. We'll pull you down over here and you can see that in January I actually managed to invest £920, which is, as you can see, fairly significantly more than I would normally have otherwise managed to. So last month we ended up £578 up in terms of market gain or loss, with a dividend income of £56.40, giving me a total personal return of £634, which is second only to July 2022 when we gained £688. So a really, really nice month last month. And this month so far is no different. So far I've invested £110. Of course, I invest most of my cash towards the end of the month when I get paid and when all my other income kind of comes in. But so far we're up £424.67 with a nice little income return of 29p, meaning the total return from this portfolio in February so far, bearing in mind we're only the 16th, so only about halfway through, I've got £424.96 come into my portfolio for pretty much nothing, essentially passive income. One other thing to note is I am expecting to pay Vanguard's fees very shortly. They usually come out in February. It'll probably be around £5.50 for this quarter, but nothing too substantial. We'll then pull through to the investments tab and go through this nice and quickly. The Vanguard Emerging Markets, the current value of this holding is £2,174 with a total dividend of £84 and a gross return of 7.19%, obviously including capital gains and dividend income, with a total return of £70.63. The Asia Pacific ex Japan, a current value of £706, giving me an unrealised gain of £81 and a dividend income of £49.51, meaning a total gross return of 32.5% or £131.45 in return from really only £624 of invested cash here. So doing really, really nicely, really. The Developed Europe ex-UK, a total value at the moment of £1,762.20, with a total capital gain of £144.40 and an income of £41.21, giving me a gross return of £21 or 21.44% even, which means that I've actually made £185.61 from this position. We then move on to the FTSE Japan, which of course hasn't really done a whole lot for me. A total value at the moment of just over £1,000, so £1,078, with a loss, capital loss of £12.40, but the dividends have saved me here again of £28 and a penny, meaning a total gross return of just under 2.5% or £15.61. So yeah, Japan needs to up its game really, doesn't it? And then we move on to the two real large holdings in my portfolio. The FTSE 100, which has got a total invested value of £1,991 and 1 penny, with a total return and capital gains of £315 and a massive dividend of £145.30p, giving me a total gross return of 51.32% or £457. Now, in the last video, the FTSE 100 was the greatest returner to me in terms of gross return. But the tables have now turned. The S&P 500 has done exceptionally so far this year. So that is now netting me the largest return in my portfolio. The total value of this holding is £7,557.11, with a total capital gain of £956 and a dividend of £125.29, giving me a gross return of 53.04% or £1,090.62. We won't worry about the insights today, but we will just have a look at the overall holdings currently within this portfolio. We'll click on the detailed view just so you can compare to your portfolio if that's the sort of thing that you do. The FTSE Emerging Markets, I've currently got 47 units with a weighting of 14.2%, targeting 15%. The FTSE 100 got 57 units with 13% weighting, targeting only 10%. So we're still trying to shrink that one down. but obviously it's performed fairly well, so that has grown just because it's done fairly well. The developed Asia Pacific ex Japan, I've got 33 units of the fund. We're targeting 5%, currently got 4.5%, so pretty much spot on. The developed Europe ex UK targeting 12%, currently got 11.5% with 55 units, so again fairly right. The FTSE Japan targeting 8%, got 7% at the moment with 43 units of the fund. Again, like we said earlier, it's not particularly doing that well, but it is an important area to have in a portfolio. And to round it off, we've got the S&P 500. I hold 116 units of the fund with a weighting at the moment of 49.4%, targeting 50%. So yeah, from my perspective, everything's going really nicely at the moment. One of my targets at the beginning of the year was to have an ISA value at the end of this year of £17,000. And I mean, looking at this at the moment, that's definitely within reach. We could even reach that by the midpoint in the year. It really is amazing what just a few months can do. I'm rounding off this video then. My portfolio is currently valued at £15,304.78 with a total personal rate of return of 39.64%. And I am really happy with 2023. If you want to go and check out all of my Vanguard updates from when I started recording them a year after opening my portfolio back in May of 2020, you can check them out over here in a playlist which has got all of my Vanguard updates in the one place. And if you want to see why I chose Vanguard for my ISA in 2022-2023 year, you can check that video out just here. There'll be a new video on 2023 ISAs very soon, but I'll see you in one of them.